it's Kristina here, and I thought I would film a video where I do a full face of my 2019 favorites for makeup and beauty. And I'm gonna do this in order because, as I said, I'm doing a full face. I do have multiple options for each category, or most of the categories. So if I don't put one on my face, I'll definitely talk about the others. And yeah, I just thought I'd share that with you. First off, it is winter time, so I like to hydrate my skin, and I like to use this Origins Gin-zing gel moisturizer. Because I have combination skin, my skin does tend to get dry, but if I put too much oil, it's going to get greasy. So I'm glad that this is oil free, and it smells like citrus, which if you know me personally, you know I love the smell of citrus. It's like my favorite thing ever. So I just take a little bit, just gonna moisturize my skin. By the way, I do have headphones in, so if my voice sounds strange, it's probably because I kind of hear myself. So now I'm gonna prime my face. I have two different primers. Sometimes I use both. Sometimes I'll use one and not the other. But I feel like today I feel more on the dry side than I do the oily side. My pores don't show as much. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna be using this Catrice Cosmetics Energizing Prime and Care Spray. It has revitalizing skin products in it, such as grapefruit, kiwi, and vitamin C, which is so important if you have dark spots. That's a huge thing for me, and my dark spots have gone away so much. Definitely try vitamin C for your dark spots. If you can't afford vitamin C, lemon is a really good, affordable way to get vitamin C. You can just take a little bit of lemon, maybe if you want some honey in there or any other ingredient, and you can just put a little bit on your skin, and that would be great, because I have done that before. Then if I'm in mood for any pore filling, which I don't really have pores right now because it's winter, my skin doesn't really show pores all that much, but when it's like the spring and summertime, I like to use this e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. I saw Jeffree Star talking about this in a video. I think he was, I can't remember what video it was, or if it was like a full face of e.l.f. or like something like that, drugstore or something, or affordable makeup or whatever. But he did talk about this, and I was like, I used to use this before and I just hadn't gone back to it, and I remember loving it, and since I went back to it, it's been something that I put on my face. I like to take I have my brushes here. I like to take the e.l.f. foundation blurring brush, and I just tap it in there, and then I tap it on my skin. It really gets into the pores and gets them to just disappear pretty much. Now, again, since it's winter time, I want to hydrate my lips, so I like to use this cocoa butter. I got this from the 99cent store, like the dollar store. It's just a stick of cocoa butter. I'm on my own, broken alone. I feel the rain cry. And I'm from the Caribbean, like the British Caribbean, so they love their cocoa butter, and yeah, it's amazing. Next, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna be taking care of my under eyes, and I like to use this Physicians Formula eye depuffer, and it has like a really refreshing feel to it because it has cucumber and bamboo, so it just twists up. You can barely see it because it's green, but yeah, I just put it underneath my eyes a couple times, and it just feels so good. It makes my eyes feel awake. It doesn't give me dark circles, which I've been dealing with because my sleeping schedule is so bad, and I struggle with sleep insomnia, so I do get dark under eyes. Now, I like to go in, especially with the holidays, I love to have a little more glow to my skin, and what I like to use before I put on my foundation is this Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector Liquid in Opal, and it was on sale at Ulta a while ago, and I was just like, you know what, I'm just gonna pick it up. I'll try it out. If I don't like it, I can always return it. And I actually really like it, so I'm just gonna pop it off. And I just take a little bit, like a very tiny amount on one side, and then I just press it down and go to the other side, like that. I just put it on the high points of my face just because I don't want it to be too crazy. Then I'm gonna go in with this Conair Angle brush. It's from a collection that I got for Christmas with my cousin. Just just gonna pat this down. This empty town. You can see how like shiny it is. It's so pretty. I'm searching for the lost and found, but you don't care. You're unaware. Keep moving. I'll be honest with you, ever since I came back from Costa Rica with my family on my dad's side, I haven't been really caring to do full face of makeup. Like I felt like, I don't know, it was just something that I just didn't really care for. I used to like cake on makeup and like do crazy things, and now I kind of just like to embrace my skin. And yeah, I just think it's kind of one of those things where I couldn't wear makeup too much when I was away because we were going in water, we were doing all these crazy activities, and I just kind of started to embrace my skin more, I guess. But there are 3 different foundations that I can go into. Well, not really foundations, but 2 are foundations and 1 is a tinted moisturizer. So when I want coverage, but I feel like I just don't want to feel it on my skin, and I don't want it to be too full, I like to go in with this L'Oreal Infallible ProMatte in 109. I like this for the spring and summertime because it is matte, so it keeps my skin from getting too shiny. But I did wear this for my grandma, like when she had her birthday. I did wear this back in November, and it's just a really good foundation. It doesn't feel like you're wearing anything, and it matches my skin perfectly. And I can just pop this on and just some mascara, fix up my brows, and some lip gloss, and that's it. So it's just an easy foundation to use, and it doesn't like feel too cakey on the skin, oily, so you don't have to worry about setting and all that. At least for me, because I have combination skin, I don't have to worry about setting too much. And the times that I want to do a more full coverage look, especially during winter, I like to use a more hydrating foundation. Well, when I wear makeup, at least, like for events and such. Because my aunt, she's having a party, my cousin's having this party, my niece has her Sweet 16. I want to look a little more better for pictures because they love to take pictures in my family. I like to go in with this Milani Conceal and Perfect 2-in-1 foundation and concealer. It's amazing. And I'm in shade 9 Tan. This matches my skin so perfectly. It's crazy. I know with the bottle it doesn't look the same, but when I put it on my face, it just matches so good, and I don't need to worry about putting a too light concealer, darker concealer, contour a lot more. I can just roll with like what I have, and I don't need to conceal too much as well. So if you're looking for something that's hydrating, that is not a lot of work to work with, definitely look into this. I would recommend using a sponge rather than a brush, just because I feel like the sponge gives it a more flawless, non-cakey, radiant finish rather than a brush where you would have to kind of work it in a little more. Definitely check this out. Now, what I'm gonna use on my face today is what I've been using when I go to church, yes, I go to church sometimes. I know I'm not a religious person, but I do go to church. I go to any like family event, like if there's a barbecue or something, I've been using this. My cousin asked me about this when I was at church, and this is probably the one product I would recommend for someone who's starting out with makeup, because it's not really a foundation, it's a tinted moisturizer, so it's not gonna be too intense for your first time wearing makeup. I would definitely check this out. This does have a dewy finish to it. It is the Ulta Beauty Tinted Moisturizer Broad Spectrum SPF 30. It has SPF in there, which is amazing. It is in the shade Deep Warm. What I will say about this product is that there aren't that many shades, but I feel you can get away with it. Like, I feel like one shade can be used for multiple people of different like actual shades, so I would definitely recommend this. I'll show you what I do. I just take a little bit and I just pop it onto my face, like that much on my cheek. I like to just put a little bit, and if I need to add more, I'll add more. Then I take this brush from Real Techniques. It is the Expert Face Brush, and I'm just gonna blend this out. You see, it's not like super full coverage, but it's definitely something that you can work with when you're first starting out. And I like using it with the brush because I find that it just gives it a fuller coverage, which for a tinted moisturizer, if you're looking for a fuller coverage but you don't want to wear foundation, I would say use a brush with your tinted moisturizer. Also, if you have foundation and you have lotion, you can probably make a tinted moisturizer. I'm not saying all the time it would work, but I think it would probably work. I've done that before. When I first started using makeup, my babysitter is the one who would always like, because I loved playing with my mom's makeup, especially her lipstick. I used to get in so much trouble. And she would take a little tiny, like the smallest dab, like a foundation, and she would mix it with lotion and she would say, oh, this is makeup. And that's what I would do. And I think that's why I kind of like this more, because like this is the kind of thing that I would wear when I was younger. And when I say young, I'm talking like 5, 6 years old. Not too strange. Namba wasn't like 1 year old asking to put it on. It's in the air, like a... As you can see, I do need a little more coverage here because whenever I get my eyebrows done, I always end up like having little dots on my face. Like little, not like pimples, but just a little bit. So I'm taking the smallest amount. As you can probably see, I'm just gonna rub it onto the brush. I definitely don't wear makeup all the time. Like I can go days without wearing makeup. I haven't worn makeup to school since freshman year of college. So moving on, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in with concealer so I can let the concealer sit on my face. Now, as I talked about with high coverage, or full coverage rather, the most known full coverage concealer, the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer, and this one is in tan. I use medium tan golden or tan itself, and this one I use when I am gonna be taking photos, doing a bunch of different things. I like to use this one. But when it comes to like what I've been doing outside of events, and I like photogenic events where you're like at parties and people are taking photos and stuff, I like to go in with the Sephora Bright Futures Gel Serum Concealer. I don't know what the serum is about. I guess it's maybe just helping with dark circles. I have no idea. So it says dip, dot, and blend, and that's exactly what I do. So I'm just gonna go in, and I know it says dot, but I like to do a little more because I find that if I dot, it just rubs on my face, and that's not what I want. And then I do my normal areas just a little bit less. I have a small forehead. I don't know if it shows on camera, but my forehead is literally like not even 3 fingers can fit. Like I have 2 fingers, and then this one is like halfway on my hairline. So I like to make, this might sound so strange, but I like to make my forehead look bigger so it looks like I have a forehead. I don't know if that makes sense, but it's what I like to do. Then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add some contour. Because it's winter time, I like to use a cream contour as well as powder. So what I like to use is this LA Girl Pro Conceal. Because my skin is a little more hydrated with the moisturizer, I'm just gonna be doing my nose and my jawline. I like to use a cream contour for my jawline because I feel like it helps it sharpen and not look so strange. At least to me, I don't know. Just on my chin. And then I like to go in with an actual brush for the contour. And this is the Diane bronzer brush. And I'm just gonna pat this in and drag it out. I like to take this Real Techniques brush. It is the domed shadow brush, and I just blend out my nose contour. Sometimes I just wear the tinted moisturizer and go, but this is a full face. I gave you everything, held you close by the stormy seas. Okay, so I'm gonna be taking my sponge and I'm just gonna be blending out the concealer. You see, it just brightens up my under eyes to where it doesn't look like I only had 2-3 hours of sleep. I try to get as much sleep as I can, but it's so hard, especially because like I can't sleep when it's bright. Like if the light's on in my house that I can see through my door, I tend to wake up. Oh, I forgot to talk about this. I just realized, because I haven't had to use these in a while. When I had scars earlier this year, up until September, October, I've been using color correctors. This one is the LA Girl Pro Conceal. I had to get a new one, and I haven't been using this recently, which shows how good my skin's been. This one is the green concealer, and it's everywhere where it's red on your face, you can put it. So I get red around here, and if I have any new spots, it tends to turn red. So I like to take this and cover it. And then if I have any dark spots, like I said, I haven't had any real dark spots in a while, but I would use this Arcade by Kiss. It is their color corrector brush. it says on top. Here it says brush, I don't know why. And it's an orange concealer to help correct the darkness on the face. Then if I wanted to conceal with a more skin tone concealer or just spot conceal, I like to use this one in the winter time. It is the LA Girl Pro Conceal in Fawn. This is my skin tone, and it just helps to, like, if I wanted to cover up any dark spots or pimples and I didn't really want to wear any makeup other than just some concealer, this is really good for that. And if it's like summertime, I like to go in with my NARS Soft Matte Complete Conceal, and this is the shade Caramel, and this is really good too. I also use this to shape out my brows. This is amazing. You just take it on a concealer brush and conceal your brows, and even for beginners, I think it's super easy to use. If you have a concealer brush, this is really good to use. Now, moving on to my brows, we're going to go in with my trusty RK by Kiss 3-in-1 Go Brow Master Pencil, and I'm gonna go in with the brush side. I only use the two ends. I don't use the highlighter that they have because I don't think it will work for me. So yeah, so I got my eyebrows done for the first time in like forever. It's been great, and I like her to make it even because I feel like my brows don't tend to be even, but she did it even, so I feel like my face looks good symmetrically. That's just my type A coming out. So I like to go in with the pencil. By the way, this is in the shade Black Brown, which is like matching my brows really well. So I'm just gonna go underneath and just connect it from the beginning. I've been changing the way I do my brows recently, and then I just fill in the tail of the brows. And here I tend to have like a light spot, like right at the arch, so I'm just gonna fill in there. I used to feel like I had to fill in the same spots on both brows, but now I just fill in like where I need. And then this just needs to be extended a little more, that's all. And then I'm gonna go in back with the brush, and I'm just gonna brush up the front of the brows. Then to set my brows, I like to use these two products. Well, I don't use them both at the same time. During the summertime, like I said, I go in the water a lot. I like to use a waterproof brow setter, and this one is the Tattoo Studio Brow Gel in Deep Brown. I love using this, and it comes kind of flat. I don't know if you guys can see that. So what I like to use is I like to use a spoolie, a mascara spoolie, and I just dip it in and then I brush it through my brows. Couldn't find the spoolie today, so yeah. But what I'm gonna use now is actually my NYX Professional Makeup Tinted Brow Mascara. This one is an espresso, and it does come as a mascara wand. And I'm just going to brush it through my brows. Back when I didn't get my brows done, I would go in with the brow pencil, and then I would go in with my Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade in Ebony, and I would use this to just shape it out, and then I would use the NARS to conceal. But because I haven't done, I don't feel like I need this, but it's a really good product. When I first started learning how to do my brows, I liked using this because I felt like I had control over product. So moving on, I am going to set my under eyes with some Banana Light powder from Makeup Revolution. I love this powder so much, and a little goes a long way. So I take a little bit in the cap, and then I'm gonna go in with my makeup sponge, and I'm just gonna go under my eyes. I like to just bake underneath my eyes, nowhere else, just because, and barely bake, to be honest with you, because I press in the powder first and then I bake, because it just helps to brighten my under eyes a lot more than when I set everywhere else. Especially because when I'm doing my eyeshadow, I don't want any fallout. So do that. Then I just press it into the rest of my face. And I like to also bake my nose, just for a little bit until I contour. Okay, so next one I'm gonna do is my eyes. I have been using two different products on my eyes. I have been using my Morphe 9D palette, and I love this palette so much because it has all the shades that I use. Like, these are my shades that I use all the time. So to have it in a palette is just amazing. What I'm gonna do is I like to take a transition brush. This is the tapered eyeshadow brush. And I go in with the shade Horizon, which is this orangey color. And a little goes a long way with this product. So I'm just gonna go in light circles. This video might be really long, but whatever. It's my go-to. If there's any video that like I would recommend someone starting out with makeup in my family to watch, of mine, it's definitely this one. And I just went in and I'm deepening this with the same shade Horizon. Then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in with my Boutique number 17 brush, and I'm gonna go into the shade Overlook. It's like a dark brown shade, and I'm just gonna open my eyes and go through the crease, like just work it from outer to the inner crease of my eye, and it just helps create dimension, as you can see. And then what I like to do is go in with this Becca X Chrissy eyeshadow and highlighter duo in Cinnamon Churro, and it has this beautiful gold color. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it just has this beautiful gold color. So I'm just gonna tap and press on both eyes and then rub it on my eyes. Then I'm gonna go back in with my transition, whatever's left on the brush, and I'm just gonna go and blend everything together. Then I'm just going to contour my nose, and I'm gonna go in with this Hoola sample that I got from a points box. I'm gonna be going in this number 22 Boutique brush. Then I'm gonna go in with my jaw contour, and this one is the LA Girl Pro Face powder in Chestnut, and I'm gonna be going in with this powder blurring brush from e.l.f. and I'm just gonna make a V. Then I'm gonna go in with my e.l.f. stippling brush, I guess it is. It's rubbed off, but I'm just dusting away the baking. Then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in with this buff brush, and I'm gonna be going in with my Kiss New York press powder in Honey Glow, and I'm just gonna go underneath on this part of my face, and I'm just gonna press this in to my cheek area just so it doesn't get too oily. Then what I'm gonna go into is my NYX Makeup Matte Bronzer in Medium. I'm gonna be going in with this brush. I got this from the beauty store. It doesn't have a brand name or anything on it, and I'm just gonna go in and contour my cheeks and my forehead. So for my forehead, I just like to stick above my brows area and a little bit on this piece. And then I'm gonna go in with some blush. This is the Milani Baked Powder Blush in Rose D'Oro, number 2. And I'm gonna go in. This has a shimmer to it, so I love it. Just smile, put some on. It gives me some color in the winter especially, so yeah. And then I like to put some on my nose. Then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in with the highlight. So what I'm gonna be using is actually this Physician Formula Butter Highlighter in Rose Gold. I love this just because it is subtle, yet once it hits the right angle, it just works. Plus, it's a really great nose highlight. So I'm gonna go in with this Morphe M310 brush, and I'm just gonna go in and just work it through like so. It's like a fan brush. You guys see that? Right there, you can see it. And then just right above my brows, under my brows, chin, my nose, Cupid's bow. Then I'm gonna go in with an eye pencil. This is in brown from Nikak Makeup, and I'm just gonna go in on my under eyes like so. I like to use brown because it's not too harsh and it just gives the right amount of liner look. Then what I like to do if I'm doing something, I forgot to mention this, if I'm going to take pictures, I love using this highlight from Becca X Chrissy. It is a loose highlighter in Cinnamon Sugar. It is so beautiful. It's super, super pigmented, and it has a lot of pearl in there, I feel like, because it does shimmer a lot under light. So if you guys are looking for a really good highlighter, this one is really good. And if you're able to like get the collection, it's 3 different products. And moving on, if I am doing just the tinted moisturizer, I like to use a clear mascara, and I even put it on my brows. But this one is from Nikak. It is their clear mascara, and I just put it on my lashes because my lashes are black, or at least dark brown, and they are long. So all I need to do is just shape them to like curl like evenly. Some of them curl, some of them don't. So putting on clear mascara definitely helps. To show you is my all-time favorite. If you've been watching my videos for a while, you would know I love this Essence I Heart Extreme Volume Mascara. It's really good for any event that you're going to. You just want some lashes, you want them to look photo ready. This is really good. But I think I'm gonna go in with my clear mascara, and it's multifunctional, so it's really good. So I think I'm gonna use it today. It's not gonna be that crazy, it's just gonna help to keep them in place. See, it just brings them more forward, more up. Okay, so once all of this is done, I don't really put on any lipstick, but I do go back in with my cocoa butter. So this is what I do. Now I'm gonna set my face with this e.l.f. Makeup Mist and Set. I love this setting spray because it works really good. I use it on my mom whenever we go to events, and she prefers it. Then I wanted to talk to you guys about 2 other setting sprays that I really like before I'm done with this video, because it's a very long one. So the first one is actually something that is more on the glowy side, and that is the Makeup Revolution Prime Set Glow Illuminating Spray, Face and Body Spray. And you have to shake it, and it's so pretty, as you can see. And it is in Timeless Bronze, and it's so good. You can spray it and it just shimmers. It's really good for body as well, like especially like right here on your shoulder. If you're a girl, you know what I'm talking about. Your collarbone, maybe even your legs. I just think this is a really great product. And something that is really good for when I go to events is I like to use this Morphe Continuous Setting Spray, because it really does keep your makeup in place. I've worn my makeup for about like 12 hours at one point, and this helped my makeup stay in place. It didn't crease, it didn't grease on my face. It was so good. So that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It was a little different to film because I was talking a lot, and usually I don't like to talk too much in my videos, but I figured I'd film this because it really has been a year of just self-accepting how my face is, and seeing what works for me, and seeing different products and testing them out. It was so much fun to do. And if you guys do end up trying these products, let me know on my Instagram. You guys can DM me or tweet me. I'll leave it down below, or you can even send me stuff on my Ask FAWM or on my Tumblr or whatever the case may be that you have. But yeah, you can also comment down below as well. If you end up trying the product and you like it, you don't like it, let me know. Because it's not for everyone. Like, not every product is for everyone. Not everyone's gonna like the same things. So also make sure to give this video a big thumbs up to let me know that you guys like videos like this. Give it a thumbs down if you don't like videos like this. Also make sure to subscribe and turn on post notifications so you know when I post a video. I think I'm gonna be taking January off because I just need a break from posting every week. And I do tend to take breaks, and I promise I'll be back. Last time I said I was gonna take a break, and then I didn't post for like a few months. So I'm only gonna take January off. So yeah. So make sure you turn on post notifications so you know when I do post the video. I will see you guys soon. Don't know when, but very soon. Alright, bye guys.